Respected President Mr. Amajit, Board of Directors, Meena Saab, Additional DG, Government of Uttarakhand, Honorable Principal, staff, invited dignitaries, and respected parents. Standing here and witnessing this great celebration of third foundation day of this school is making me really very happy. I must express my personal gratitude to my friend Mr. Majid, my colleague Tarun and Gagan, very smart guy, and the kind of commitment I see at this stage of life. I think they have a wonderful future ahead. I have to mention it. You know, the kind of honor that has been bestowed on me, I am really grateful to you, to the management of this school. And I'm really happy for two reasons. One is a little personal, which would relate to all of us, because most of us must not have gone to a kind of school that we are seeing today. And you know, there is something we have terribly missed in our childhood, in our school age time. And then when I get an opportunity to visit a school like this, I feel very happy that at least chalo jaake dekh ke aate hain kaisa school hoga. I'm the product of a state board school, and then you know we were not having the kind of facility which I am seeing, and I'm really impressed. And the second is little professional, because as the regional head of the Central Board of Secondary Education, you know, Mr. Majid was mentioning that this office at Dehradun was set up by me. Earlier, for all practical purposes, we need to move to Allahabad for anything that is pertaining to CBSE. The job was given to me to set up this office, and I have all reasons to say with great degree of confidence that I have set up this office in a very record time. It was done all alone. There were problems. And why I'm trying to narrate this, because children must listen to me very carefully. You know, when I was transferred from Delhi to this place, some of my colleagues said, and Meena Saab will be agreeing with me, when you do good work, you will be loaded with more work in government. So some of my friends said, Jane do, he is going there, let him set up this office. And I tell you, it was 31st December, I landed here at Dehradun railway station, really not knowing where to go, from where to start. It was all scratch. And then that is where I went to Garhwal Mandal Vikas Nigam, and I said that I'm going to take 4 rooms in Drona Hotel, and that was the beginning. And then we went into tendering process, all kind of government formalities, and we have a wonderful office here. And I am proud to say that this is both in terms of services, in terms of infrastructure, and also in terms of size. This is number one now, as of now. Children, you know, in today's time, we are all accessible to all kind of resources. And the precious gift which God has given is time. That is 24 hours. The same time in equal amount has been given to all of us. Now the difference is created by the one who utilizes this time effectively and efficiently. This is one. Because of setting up this office, let me tell you, I have been given out of turn promotion by the Ministry of HRD, and I am now Joint Secretary. My better half is here, my children are here. They were also asking what this man is up to. He's working for 20 hours, 22 hours, hotel mein so rahe hain, tab bhi kaam kar rahe hain. And you know, when you get a recognition, then you go back and tell them, look, this is what you got it. And you feel terribly motivated. Children, please understand that when you are here studying in a school like this, a lot of people are putting a lot of efforts into it. Your parents, they are working very hard to send you a school of this standard. One, the promoters of this school, they're also doing an excellent work, because no one does anything for the sake of charity. There is an element of ROI. Government was supposed to provide education and health care and things like that, but when government was not able to do because of the crunch of resources, they opened the market for private players, And that is where the private player came in the market and then started setting up a school like this. So at least what I missed or many of my contemporary might have missed, you guys are not missing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was keenly listening to the report read out by the Honorable Principal. And if the report is any indicator, then I must tell you that the school which has started in 2012 has a tremendous growth trajectory. And this is possible if management has a vision, has a forward-looking approach. It is supported by an excellent principal and supported by directors and the good staff. The result are bound to come. There are certain thumb rules when many times, because I have not been to a boarding school, so I always think like what could be the criteria, on the basis of which a parent must be deciding kaun se school mein admission karana hai. And this must be a very, critical question in front of all the parents. And then I was in the office, then I thought I must write some point. And the first thing that came to my mind was, it must be a listening school. A school which listens. A school which has opened its door to everyone. When I say everyone, that includes right from class 4th to mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, the ayahs, your lab in charge, your security, your transportation, everybody. And why I say this with a great sense of responsibility, because all of us, I don't see that Saas Bahu Ka serials. I happen to see because my better half watches this, and then I happen to accidentally see this while walking in the house. And many times, ladies, they watch that portion where the Saas is troubling his daughter-in-law. And, when I try and find out kind of problems, each time there is a problem of communication. And I just written something. The entire serial thrives either on non-communication, or miscommunication, or partial communication, untimely communication, distorted communication, or literally there is no check on the veracity of any communication. Go on distorting it. The entire family, I assume, and all of us assume that entire family is a unit. So if entire family is one, each one of them are making some strategies against somebody. And we all know that the basic purpose is growth of family. I try and apply the same theory to a school setup. Parents, students, teacher, the support staff, the management, and the regulatory body. What is the aim? Aim is to provide quality education to a child. And this is possible when there is a continuous dialogue process in the school. Even if a child was not able to present his case in a very well structured language or the language he speaks, please reach out to him. That is very, very important. Second was being inclusive. It was very easy for me, to go to Google and nowadays download any damn thing and read it out. Second was all-inclusive, the approach which the government has invariably adopted in all its policy pronouncement. If you must have noticed, whether it is right to education or any issue for that matter, you must have seen, or government accommodation allocation also. Why this? Because there are two kinds of anomalies which exist in the world. There is one anomaly which is created by the God, by the Almighty, where somebody takes birth in a very rich house, very handsome, good, beautiful, things like that, and somebody takes birth in a slum area. Now, this is an anomaly which God has created. You and me have no control on it. But there is some anomaly which we create as human beings. At least on that we have control. And that is precisely the government tried to do it. When the right to education was announced, I know there is a little problem in terms of acceptability of right to education, but please accept the government perspective on it. Why is it? If a family has got 6 children, I don't know any father or mother will discriminate 5th or 6th child, would not do it. Or will also not discriminate a child who is not good looking or not well talented. They treat all the children equally. So does the government. Somebody who has been left out, has not been attended to, should also be brought into the mainstream. And that is exactly when we are existing or operating in our social settings and fabric. I think we must also ensure that any discrimination of any type must be avoided. I feel very sad when I, listen either on television or through newspaper that there is bullying, there is, unwelcome remark on the part of some child, and then there is a feedback. Management gives a feedback to the school. The parents comes and they say, no, my child was not behaving like this. I tell you, we need to find a solution to this. Nobody should take a position on any issue. The moment you take a position on any issue, I tell you, the very scope of dialogue ceases there. It's not there. So, issue has to be handled as an issue, not as an individual. The child, forget the child. Let's deal with the issue. Issue is a behavior. I just happened to receive a complaint about a child, who has been to several boarding schools. I have now landed a school. I would not be disclosing the name, but there is a problem. And the psychologist from the parent side has given an OK report, and the psychotherapist of the school side has given a non-OK report. Now, how do we reconcile this? And the child is receiving it. So perhaps I think we must realize that there is a great degree of responsibility on mature people. And children, they are full of energy, very innocent, very creative. It is for us to decide to provide them an environment which is good, to make them a contributing citizen, a responsible citizen of the nation. That is very, very important. Is an environment, I didn't write much about it because, most of the boarding school have wonderful facilities. But facilities alone would not help you out. I'm being very candid in telling you that I was talking to Mr. Amarjit and asked him whether Mr. Tarun comes here every day. He says he comes to this school every day. I would not drive 40, 50 kilometers to come to a school, please. But he comes. So this is the commitment. And this is the commitment because they have a vision and he is pursuing this commitment. Children, I know parents are here and they're all here to take you to your, Diwali vacations. The best announcement from any school for anybody is vacation only and holidays. Principal was telling me that from today onward there will be 6 days, 7 days holidays. So have a lot of fun. Let me also tell you that the 4 toppers of the girls of CBSE, when they were interviewed by a leading English newspaper, then they said, we were studying very hard, but we were also having fun. So have a lot of fun, but do focus on studies, right? And when I say that have a lot of fun, of course, with a sense of discipline and a sense of self-control. That is very important. Ensure that don't bully, don't get bullied, right? Anything that goes around you and which you think is not in good taste, stop it. Bring it to the notice of your teacher, your management, and your parents and everybody. Founders Day is also a day, perhaps when the president would know how he got into a place like this and then conceived a plan and then started crystallizing it. In government, when we draft a proposal and when we try and take it to a logical lane, it takes a lot of time. But there are n number of people. But in corporate, when you try and do it, it's alone. It's such a risky affair because you either win or lose. When you lose very heavily. In government, I don't lose anything. Nobody loses anything. It's government that loses. So it was indeed a very right decision, sir, let me tell you. Because for CBSE, having schools only in Delhi and Chandigarh is not important. Having schools in Chennai and Bangalore and Lucknow is not important. Having a world-class school like this, I'm so impressed with the kind of laurels that school children have got for you. I tell you, you would be soon creating an institutional brand for yourself. I wish you all the very best. Continue doing good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. May I request you to stay on the stage for the launch of our yearbook, The Banyan. Mr. Amarjit, could you please come to the stage?
President to please hand over a memento in appreciation to Mr. Srivastav, please.
I now invite the school captain, Ria Jamima Tyagraj, to deliver.
Ladies and gentlemen, family, faculty, and my fellow classmates of the class 2014. It is a great honor to address all of you. Ecole has been my second home. Between my time diligently taking notes in the classroom, singing songs in the hallway, frantically practicing for cultural shows, cheering for an undefeated basketball team, playing tennis, and enjoying the weather, Ecole has truly become a sanctuary for me. Looking back at the 2 years that I spent at Ecole, I can't help being overcome with a feeling of nostalgia and emotion. I realize that today I part with mixed emotion. Happiness that I am prepared to deal with life's challenges, yet disappointed that I have to leave Ecole in order to move on in life. Ecole has taught me a lot many things. The disciplinary rules never allowed me to get carried away. The schedule helped me to stay focused on my priorities in life. Here I have come to know the manners and characters that we inculcate now remains with us in life. The Ecole family molded me into a better person and timely gave me guidance to tackle the academic pressures. It is a time to bid farewell. It finally dawns upon me what a big piece of my life I'm going to leave behind. A special thanks to all the teachers present here today for being part of these 2 years. Every single one of you played an important role in bringing me where I am today. Thank you for being there when I needed you. I will not forget to thank Mrs. Brinda Ghosh for her support and guidance throughout the journey in Ecole. Ecole's uniqueness lies in various opportunities that it gives all of us. In the hours of contemplation during break times, I realized that the students enjoy spending half of the days here. Even support staff seem to love to do their jobs, which is one of the reasons why some of them have been working here for almost as long as I have lived. A special thanks to Ms. Manjeet Sandhu and Ms. Afifa for protecting me and guiding me. Ecole has taught me so many skills and values that it's impossible to list them down in a small speech. It has been an enriching and an unforgettable journey of 2 years, also with being the head girl this year. It's a ruthless world out there. They say people will not hesitate to trample you. I believe that along with the required skills, one needs to be a good human being to succeed professionally and personally. This is what I have learned here. Memories are like footprints in the sand. They washed away with the tide of time. But here, I say confidently that these will remain etched in my heart forever. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ria. A man goes to a foreign land and falls in love with a native. But there's one problem. They don't have a common language to communicate in. Artificial grass envies